Getting rich is way easier than most people think. With the right mindset, anyone can do it. We all see rich people in our day-to-day lives, but how did they actually get there? In this video, I will show you exactly how anyone can do it. I will take you step by step, show you how simple it is, and prove to you that you don't need to be born a millionaire to become one. Make sure you stick to the end of the video, because it is where I will show you the engine that makes all of this possible. But first, you need to understand what wealth is for you. What does it mean to become rich? We use that term a lot without context, but it is actually a very personal thing. Where you want to go is always a very important detail when you're starting a journey, so let's start with that. Being rich just for the sake of being rich or to impress other people will not bring you that much joy. So, it's important to have the why very well defined. Some people want to be rich because they love the lifestyle, the cars, the boats, and the fancy restaurants, and that's okay if that is your why. Other people just want to be able to buy their time. They just want to be rich so they can have more time to do what they really love and not be stuck in a 9-to-5 job that gives them no pleasure. Others just want to be able to spend more time being with their family or pursuing their hobby. There is no right answer here, but I think it's important to start with a clear idea of why you want to be rich. Your objectives will define the path to get there. Achieving your dream life is, in my definition, being wealthy. And the amount of money, time, and effort you need to become wealthy depends on your objectives, so make sure you take some time to really think about this. Be realistic, but don't be afraid to dream big. I am here to tell you that everything is possible with the right mindset, and later, when I show you the engine, you will see it for yourself. But before I reveal that to you, let's just start with the method. The basics for getting rich are very simple actually. Earn money, spend less than you make, and invest the rest. Every other video on YouTube, book, or personal finance expert will tell you this, and they are right. But for big dreams, it is probably not enough. You will need to focus on improving every part of the equation, and I am about to show you how. Let's divide your personal finances into 3 boxes. Let's label them income, expenses, and assets. These are the 3 areas that you need to focus on. But how you will optimize them will depend on where you are in your journey and what you want to achieve. Your income is the money you earn. The more you earn, the faster it will be to achieve your objectives. So how do we improve that? That of course will depend on your personal situation, but I will give you some food for thought. There are 3 major ways to earn an income. Number 1 is your job. Try to earn as much as you can from your job. If you can go up the ladder, by all means do it. If you need to change jobs to get a raise, just do it. People that switch jobs frequently tend to increase their salary faster than people that just stay in the same job waiting for a raise. The only exception is if you really love what you do and the people you work with. If that is the case, try to ask for a raise. You never know. Another way to increase your income is to have a side hustle. Try to make some side money doing something you really love. There is always the possibility that you can make it into a business and maybe quit your 9-to-5 and make more money. Just start small and grow it. You can also go full mode on entrepreneurship and start your own company. This is the riskier option, but it is also the one that can potentially have the biggest reward. However, not everyone is an entrepreneur. And that's okay if you are not one. It's hard and it requires tremendous discipline, but it is completely possible for everyone that can endure the struggle. Again, just start small and improve on it with time. You can do the 3 ways simultaneously. Try to raise your salary and at the same time create a side hustle that can become a business in the future. The more you improve your income, the faster you will get rich. But if you think you achieve the maximum on your income side, that is fine. Just focus on optimizing the other parts of the wealth equation. Let's now go to the other box and see what we can do with our expenses. Some people have no idea how much they spend on their day-to-day activities. If this is you, maybe it's a good idea to start keeping track of that. There are hundreds of apps that can help you with that. You can use Excel or you can go the old way of pen and paper. What suits you better? After you have done it for some time, take a good look at your list and see what you can cut. Keep your expenses to a minimum. Cut mostly on things that you don't actually need or things that you buy, and they keep taking you money month over month. The more you cut, the faster you will get rich. But as a personal note, I think we need to find a balance between delayed gratification and living the present. We only get one shot at this life, so we better enjoy the ride. It's not worth it to achieve your financial goals if the way to achieve them makes you miserable. Actually, there is a high chance that if you feel miserable on the way up, the money will not change that. But on the other hand, without the discomfort and the pain, you will not achieve a lot. But that is not being miserable and unhappy. That is the grind, and you must do it. What I want for you to take out of this section is just to have balance between the present and the future. Cutting from the present to have a better future is great. Cut too much and the future will not be worth it. Make time and money now for friends and family. Make time and money now for creating memories and experiences. Those will keep you motivated and will stay with you all the way up on this journey. Now, done with the philosophical rant, let's continue to my favorite box, the assets. In accounting, there is a financial statement called the balance sheet. In a very simple way is just what you own versus what you owe. What you own are your assets, and what you owe are your liabilities. There is a lot of interpretation for what to include in which category, but I like to think about it this way. Your mortgage, car payments, subscriptions, everything that is taking money from you are your liabilities. Even your car itself can be seen as a liability. You need to keep spending on maintenance and his value is going down over time. So in this case, I would count the expected maintenance as a liability and the value of the car as an asset. Assets, on the other hand, are things that you own. Money in your bank accounts, stocks, bonds, real estate, and everything else that has a value. I like to think of my assets like everything I can liquidate in cash. The expected value of my assets would be the cash I would get if I liquidated everything right now. This value is of course an estimation and is continually changing, but it is important to know more or less where you're at. When you subtract your liabilities to your assets, you get your net worth. This is what you actually own after paying everything you owe. Your net worth is what will tell you if you are rich or not. This is the number that you need to keep track of. When you hear on TV that the fortune of some guy is $10 billion, it is never the case that they have that money in their bank account. What they have is a net worth of $10 billion, which means their asset minus their liabilities is $10 billion. So your main goal should be to invest every money that you can save into assets that appreciate in value or pay you some kind of dividend and try to not accumulate liabilities. If you do this, you will grow your net worth. But invest in what? This will depend on your objectives, but let's dive in some asset classes. If your objective is to have a crazy expensive lifestyle, you should invest everything in entrepreneurship and business. That is the fastest way to riches, but also the most risky. It's a time-consuming endeavor, and you need a lot of discipline. It will be hard for sure. Failing will happen for sure. But if you think you have the character to endure all of that, keep learning and never quit, I believe you will eventually do it. Remember, winners never quit, and quitters never win. If you just want to keep your lifestyle but be financially free, you can invest your money in a lot of types of assets. Real estate, bonds, or stocks are examples of assets that can make you financially free. But remember, no matter what asset you choose, they can make you earn money or lose money. The best investment will be in yourself, in knowledge. That will for sure pay you dividends all your life. For me, stocks are the best place to put my money. Be aware that this can be different for you, so make sure you study and explore different assets. If we go back in history, the stock market has been a wealth creator tool for many years. The S&P 500, the index that tracks the biggest 500 companies in the US, has given an average return around 10% per year. Having this type of returns over an extended period of time and with a high savings rate will for sure make you rich. And that is because of this amazing phenomenon. If you receive 10% on a $1,000 investment, you will have $1,100 after 1 year. If you keep your return there, next year you will receive 10% on your principal and on your return from last year. You will end up with $1,210 instead of $1,200 if you took out your returns. While this doesn't look like a lot, it can grow to very big amounts if you give it time. Imagine it like a snowball going down a hill. It will grow more and more, and the more it grows, the faster it grows also. After some years, your annual return will be bigger than your initial investment. This is the magic of compound interest. As promised, I will tell you now about the engine that will make all your dreams come to life. You have all the parts already: the income box, the expenses box, and the assets box. Let's connect them now. You have your income, you keep your expenses low to have a big savings rate, and you buy assets with that savings. Those assets will produce more money, which will make your income grow, closing the cycle. Now, when you apply the concept of compound interest to this cycle, you create an engine that will make you rich. The more you save, the faster the engine runs. If you leave the engine working for a very long time and you keep upgrading its parts, you will for sure arrive very far. Just to put it in numbers, this is what happens when you start with a $2,000 initial investment and save $500 per month for 30 years at a 10% return on your assets. From total contributions of $182,000, you end up with more than $1 million. This is the power of the engine, and this is what will make you financially free. If you can increase your returns, your dream life is even closer than you think. For that, make sure you subscribe so I can deliver to you more videos on money, finances, and stock market investing. For now, take care and keep learning.